Shooting shots and purposes where the rims at.
Won't do for love. You tried everything, but you won't give up.
I'm over here binding, I'm over here rebuking, and it's not even a demon, it's my flesh, it's me. So you know what? Look, my flesh, what you wanna do? Wanna play, I'ma take away food. I got my Bible, it's just me and you. Locking the door, you gon' die in this room. Me and Jehovah gon' really be bonded. Told my flesh that I'm really on timing. Knocking it down cause my flesh is demonic. I see right through it, not spiritually blinded. And I'm back.
Man, look, I'm about to get my lick back. Forget that. Ephesians 5:8-11 say, "For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light, for the fruit of the light consists of all goodness, righteousness, and truth. And find out what pleases the Lord. Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them." And I read that and I got to thinking. I thought about how lately my flesh been whooping the dog out of me. I didn't say it. I have been experiencing so much defeat. It don't even make sense. And it ain't nobody to blame but myself, of course. This is me just being foolish, choosing sin and not God. Like stuff I already know. I'm just letting my flesh lead me. And I've been so angry, bro. I was like, man, let me pull out the red bandana, okay? Because look, I'm angry right now. And combining all those emotions with this verse, where it say, have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness. But it give me some direction. This is what I love about it. It say, but rather expose them. And I got to thinking, I'm like, I'm tired of giving into temptation. I'm tired of choosing sin. You know what? I'd rather expose it. And I just felt like, you know what? Forget Satan. I'm about to get my lick back. And in doing so, the prayer is that the Lord makes our heart sensitive to Satan and his schemes. Okay. So that we can have the faith to get past all the traps and temptation awaiting us. Look, I done already told y'all that the book of Proverbs is astounding, okay? Proverbs chapter 7, okay, is titled Warning Against the Adulteress. If you remember from the last video, I had said that Proverbs is basically King Solomon dropping knowledge to his son. Last time he was exhorting his son to fear God. And this time he is warning him. Now, what you have to understand about this chapter is that as King Solomon is telling his son this story about a man being seduced by an adulteress, the whole time God is teaching us how our flesh, that sinful nature in me and you, he's showing us how it works to bring an end to us. In other words, there's an adulteress in each and every one of us. And some of us know them a little too well. This chapter is very near and dear to me in my faith walk. And it has been a very great help in my spiritual warring. And I very much pray that it does the same for you. I'm going to read it first, then go back and just highlight all the points that I want to bring to your attention. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablets of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your kinsman. They will keep you from the adulteress, from the wayward wife with her seductive words. At the window of my house, I looked out through the lattice. I saw among the simple. I noticed among the young men a youth who lacked judgment. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house. At twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in. Then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. She is loud and defiant. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner she lurks. She took hold of him and kissed him, and with a brazen face she said, I have fellowship offerings at home. Today I fulfill my vows. So I came out to meet you. I looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deep of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not home. He has gone on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and will not be home till full moon. With persuasive words, she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray into her paths. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. Number 1, the scheme of Satan is seduction. In verse 5, the father said to his sons, keep my commands, because they will keep you from the adulteress, from the wayward wife with her seductive words. You gotta understand that Satan is gonna bring what he know you gonna bite on. Just like with this adulteress, she telling this dude everything he want to hear so that he decide to go home with her. Don't be seduced. Number 2, if we don't learn to discern and if we lack judgment, it's game over for us. Verse 7 through 9, he said, I saw among the simple, I noticed a young man, a youth who lacked judgment. When it say he lacked judgment, if you look at it, he didn't lack judgment because he didn't know nothing about this lady. He was walking down to her house at nighttime. He knew she was going to come out. And we got to have God's word in our heart so that we do know when these temptations come and all these traps come, that we do know what to do in these situations. Number 3, the enemy comes with crafty intent. Crafty, clever. He said in verse 10, then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. He got a game plan and he's smarter than you. Number 4, Satan wants you to think that the sin you dealing with, he wants you to think that it's fire and that there's no risk involved. 14 through 20. So she didn't call him up and she talking to him. She said to him, I have fellowship offerings at home. Today I have fulfilled my vows. She basically saying, I got food at the house. So I got food. She spitting more game. She said, I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. She saying the bed is ready and it smells good. She said, come, let's drink of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not home. He actually on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and he will not be home till full moon. She's saying, look, ain't no risk involved. Look, I got food. My bed smell good. And my husband, he not there and he ain't going to be back for a long time. Listen, we can't fall for that. I do it far too much. Number 5, verse 21. With persuasive words, she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. Simply, don't let Satan trick you. That's it. Number 6, All at once, he followed her like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose until an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, a trap, little knowing it'll cost him his life. Remember that it's all to end you. All the talk Satan give you, all the pros of whatever sin it is that he give you, everything he do to make what you know God wants you to do, to make it seem right and to make you choose it. You just gotta remember that it's all to end you. He trying to kill you. Last one, number 7. Sin ain't nothing to play with. Listen to like the plea of the father to his son, like just how strong it is. He said, now then, after this whole story I just told you, sons, he said, now then, listen, pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray in her paths. Listen, he said, it's a reason. Many are the victims she has brought down. Listen, I think about myself. And this is for all those that struggle with sexual sin, especially like pornography. Okay, that's what I deal with. Understand that sexual sin, it has made victims of many, many people. Pornography has brought down many people. That's what I gotta keep reminding myself. And you think about your sin. I'm pretty sure your sin also has brought down a mighty throng of people. Listen, that sin you're dealing with is powerful and it has killed many people. All right, that's it. Yeah, I just had to get my lick back on the enemy. So that's it. Hey, be smart, okay? Walk in the spirit, please. Okay, peace.